Hello everyone, and in today's video I actually want to talk about the coronavirus and not just how it's affecting and impacting the horse business and the horse industry, but some ways and strategies that you can actually use to protect your equine business. My goal with this video is for you to be able to walk away from this video having some actual plans and ideas and some strategies that you can just start implementing because, the coronavirus, it's going to last a few months. We got another maybe 3 or 4 months, and actually in the UK, it's actually a fact that the majority of the UK citizens only have enough savings in their bank accounts to survive them for 3 months. The corona is projected to last around 3 or 4 months still, I think. So, if even in the UK, a very modern Western first world country, they can only survive 3 months on savings, then, we're kind of in trouble here. So I want to make this video very helpful and valuable to you. So, make sure you keep watching all the way to the end so that way you can just take this information and, like I said, I want you to take action. I want you to be able to watch this and then just go and apply it and just get on with it and protect your business. So keep watching to the end, and also if you could do me another favor and just go ahead and hit that like button, and then also remember to subscribe to our channel. This actually helps, others to find the video, and it helps to spread the message. So, if you like this video, leave a comment, share it with your friends, and that just kind of helps the YouTube algorithm. So thank you very much, and stay tuned. One of the biggest mistakes that I actually see in the horse industry, in the horse business, and I know because I've lived this, I've been in the horse business for about 15 years now, and I've worked actually internationally with horses in over 20 countries, so I've kind of seen it all. I've had my own online businesses for like 3 or 4 years now, and actually before I had online businesses, if you kind of go back in time a little bit, I spent, I think, 2 years thinking about having an online business before I actually took the leap and made that decision. So, in my circumstance, and I think this is very common in the horse business, which is why I'm bringing it up, we're very much this sort of trade time for money cycle. With horses. If you're a horse trainer, or if you're a coach and you're giving riding lessons, or you have a, equestrian tourism business and you're taking people out on trails, it's very much a physical job. It's I do this job and in return I get paid for it. So, it's a vicious circle. It's kind of time for money, time for money, time for money. And I think that's one of the things that's happening with the coronavirus is, although I'm not thankful for the coronavirus, I am very grateful for the lesson that it's teaching us. And one of the things that I've noticed the most, is as soon as the corona happened and no longer, people can no longer do this kind of time for money exchange, their income stream just poof, vanished overnight. And that's a very scary feeling, to be working. And as hard as we work in the horse industry, I don't think there's any business which, has as hardworking people as horsey people. We work like 24 hours a day. We don't even sleep. We're just constantly, out in the stables and doing stuff. And, I'm going to say this, we're broke. Okay. Horsey people are broke. We're kind of doing this hard work, and, we have this kind of, I don't know, because we love it, because we love horses, we've kind of convinced ourselves that it's totally acceptable and normal to be broke. Okay, so we kind of work really hard, and in the end of it, we don't have that much money to show for it. So, we have this kind of fantasy of, oh, but I love it, I love horses, and it's more important to me that I love horses than it is for me to actually make money. That doesn't pay the bills. We can't just run around not taking this seriously. The horse business is still business, and we need to treat it that way. So, the corona is really showing us that we need more than just one income stream. Okay? We can't rely on time for money. And although you can still do that, you can still be a horse coach or a horse trainer, I think you really need to understand that, especially because of what's happening right now, you need a side income, a side hustle. You need money coming in passively, money that you just kind of fall asleep and you wake up and you're like, oh, that's kind of nice. I've got some money in my bank account. You need that. And even if it's not a lot, even if it's not going to make you a multimillionaire, but it's just enough to keep you safe, to feed your horses, in case you don't have customers coming in, or, it's just enough money that, if everything kind of, this is sort of an extreme circumstance with the corona, but it's happened. And, to say that it won't happen again, I can't say that. So, you need to be protecting your business. You need to be safe in a situation like this where money's not coming in, and you need something coming in on the side. And how we're going to do that is actually very simple. So it's simple, but it's not easy. And by that, what I mean is you need an online income source. And a lot of, when I first started with online business a few years ago, as I mentioned, at the time, I was full-time horses. I was a coach, I was a trainer, I was giving clinics, I was flying around the world, I was making good money. But, I would kind of work on these short-term temporary projects. I was there for a few months or maybe a year even. But, every single job, no matter where I went, because they were sort of short-term contracts, at some point they ended. And I needed to find another job. And although, I was making decent money, when that job ended, if I didn't find another one, I was kind of in a pickle. So, I realized that, me just relying on my skills as a coach, I'm quite a high-level coach. I get paid decent, but it's not enough to save me. It's not enough to help me. And I was working, trading time for money, and, in the end of it, I wasn't growing a savings account. I physically couldn't. And it's not even that I was, dining out at five-star restaurants every day. If I had some leftover money, I needed to buy new riding breeches or new riding helmet or new boots or something, which is just spending money on my job. My outfit, that's my job. I'm spending my money on my job or hospital bills or something, So, it wasn't a very good system. And I realized that. So I continue to do what I'm good at. I continue to give lessons and clinics and kind of travel around the world, but I started to shift some things online. And in the beginning, I was really overwhelmed because I also thought, oh, it's horsey. Like, I can't make money online with horsey stuff. You just can't. Like, how is that even possible? So, I had this kind of in the back of my mind subconsciously, but I was still open-minded to look, and I was researching everything, and I developed what's called, like, shiny object syndrome. I was like, oh my god, I need to try this, and so made millions of dollars doing that, so I need to do this, and oh, well, look at this over there. So, I was just kind of like, so distracted. I think that's one of the bad things about the internet, is it's so easy to get bad information and to get just this sort of overwhelmed by, which direction do I go? And oh, so-and-so made money this way, and oh, so-and-so says to do that. And, you just don't know what to do, where to go, and who to listen to. So, that's kind of the purpose of this video. I want to focus you. I want to tell you what actually works so you don't waste time. I wasted 3 years with some online business. I had like 4 or 5 websites. They weren't making that much money. I tried what they said, oh, just get a blog, or oh, do this, or oh, affiliates, oh, get Amazon links. I tried all that stuff. So, there's a whole nother process. And so that's what I want to talk about right now. And in order for me to do that, I'm going to just mention this book, okay, right here. And the reason I want to mention this book, so I found this book about a year ago, and it's called .com Secrets. It's not a horsey book, it doesn't have horses in it, but it is a business book. It's about online business specifically. And so a year ago, I found this book, and the guy who wrote it, Russell Brunson, when I read this book, I didn't have a lot of expectations. I was kind of like, oh, whatever. So, I'm just going to kind of summarize my takeaways from this book. So, if you haven't read it, don't worry about it. I'm just going to kind of give you my takeaways. So, when I read this book, I had this complete mind shift, and it was a real game changer for me because I realized that what I was doing was not going to work. And there's a reason that my bank account was empty. So, this book really focused me, and it actually showed me, what steps I needed to take and what kind of, what I was missing, because I was trying everything that everyone was telling me, but I was just listening to the free advice, and I'll tell you, the free advice is worth every penny. So, listening to the free advice, this guy who wrote the book, I mean, he's a multimillionaire. He's doing it. He's done it online. He knows the exact ads to put on Facebook. He knows what emails to send people. Actually, in this book, he gives you his email templates, which he's used, and you literally you just copy and paste it and put it into your email, and add your name at the bottom. So he kind of gives you everything, and not just that, he tells you how to make products, which I think for us, again, in the horse business, trading time for money, we kind of struggle with that. And he really breaks it down, and he really makes it, I think, doable. I think that's the key word here. It's very doable. And so, I wanted to mention this book because, a year ago when I read it, it really did impact me. And I can say that my online businesses weren't the same after that. So I implemented a lot of systems and structures and strategies. And, it was just really nice to actually model someone who, he wasn't always successful. He was like me, he was kind of trying these things and he didn't know how to do it. And he made it successful, and he's, tried and tested various strategies, and it works. And it's not just that it worked for him, it's a copy and paste kind of strategy, which anyone can do. So, my takeaway is, the same that I want for you watching this video, especially us horsey people, during this time of the corona. I want you to be focused. I want you to know that it is possible, that you can make money online, even if you don't have any products, even if you're sitting there like, I have nothing to sell online. It's so possible. You can just sell other people's products. If you're a horse trainer, for example, and you're always wearing the same riding boots, and you want to, recommend to your customers in an email like, hey, these are the riding boots that I always wear, and here's a link where you can buy them on Amazon. They're on sale. So there you go. And then you're making money from that. So they're very simple and easy things that you can be doing. And I want you to do this now. You have a few months. You don't have 3 years like I did. I had a few years of trying and failing at online business. You don't want to do that. Don't waste your time chasing every penny. Do the strategies which work. Get this book if you haven't read it already. I'm actually going to include a link below. The book is free, by the way. It's free. You just pay for the shipping. It's super cheap. So, to have your kind of whole business game change for the price of, shipping and handling, I think it's pretty fair. So, go ahead. The link is below. Just kind of click on that and order yourself a copy and start implementing systems and strategies which actually work, and start creating a side passive income stream. So that is my hope for you, and I hope that this video was helpful, and I hope that you feel a little bit more, ready, I think, to take on what's going to happen here in the coronavirus. So thank you for watching, and I really appreciate your time, and stay safe in the corona, and, subscribe so that way you can watch the next videos, which I will also be sharing some more advice and information for you. So thanks again, and happy trails.